Welcome back to the farm. I'm Bo McFall. This is McFall Farms, where we believe strongly in faith, family, and farm life. If you've been following us for any length of time, we greatly appreciate it. If you've yet to follow us, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, like and share this video. But today we're going to cover building a new buck pen. We just started meat goats here a year ago, and I need a secure place to keep my bucks. So I decided to design that and lay it out, and I'm going to take you in for a quick tour of what I think is going to be a substantial buck pen. Love to see your comments below. So let's check it out. Go with us. These are our does that are already kidded. We've had a few issues where we've had to take some of the bottle babies home. I haven't put them back out in the pasture yet because I need a place to keep the bucks. So I don't want these girls getting rebred too early. So we're working with them, and we're keeping them here for now. So another great reason why I've got to get this pen finished. We currently have 3 bucks on the farm. One is an 8-year-old DNA certified 100% New Zealand Kiko. His name is Franco, SRE Franco. And then we have a new buck. We just purchased a 3-year-old 100% New Zealand DNA certified black buck. His name is Barry. And then I have another Spanish, supposed to be Spanish, not registered, not DNA'd, but just a good looking animal. I'm looking to hopefully put some spots in, some moon spots into the herd. Again, we're more interested in breeding for size and structure than anything else. But I'll show you those guys, and I'll show you the pen we're building. This is Franco with all his ladies. He is a friendly guy. Of course, he's first to the fence. He is our New Zealand buck. He's 8 years old. And back here, this little moon spotted Spanish. But I like his look, I like his structure, and I'm excited about working with him. And these other 2 girls here, these are Savannah Kiko crosses. Little Spanish doeling there. 2 Kikos there, mother and daughter. Pretty excited about the new buck pen. It'll also be a place that we can keep our buck kids once they get up to weaning age into that pasture to kind of finish them out before we sell them or take them to market. And also too, we'll keep our wethers there as well. Well, we may turn them back loose, of course, with the does, but just really in need of having some multiple pastures, do some rotational grazing. We're working on some cross fencing currently. So we're continuing to try to grow our operation and to do better at what we do. So any suggestions, comments, observations, we'd love to have you leave that in the comments below. Please do that for us. We appreciate all the input. So here a couple weeks ago, I decided to build a buck pen, needing that for quite some time now. The bucks are in with the does, and we just started our kidding season. Everything is bred, and now I'm at a point where we built some temporary kidding pens. I'll leave a card up above that you can check that out. We built some temp pens a while back. Those does have now kidded in those pens, most of them, or the ones that kidded in the field, we moved into the pen. And so now I am ready to put the does back out in pasture with their kids, and I am needing a place to secure my bucks. So I've been working on that for the last few weeks. We started, you can see behind me, this 4-board panel fence. We ran that all the way down the driveway on both sides, opened up the driveway a little bigger, and now we're tying into that, off of that to our perimeter fence to set up a buck pen. I'm at the front of the property with the buck pen, way up here in the front, and the doe pen is way back behind me by the barn, in hopes that we can keep the does separated from the bucks and I can keep them in. So I'll give you a quick overview of what I've done. Like I mentioned before, we put this 4-panel fence up. I've still got to top the post, put caps on the front, but it's all made out of repurposed telephone poles, milled out of creosote telephone poles. So it should last a long time here in this hot Florida termite infested southern climate. I opted to tie into the main fence with about a 4-foot fence that I can hang me a walk-through gate off of, which I've done that. I won't bore you with how to install a fence post. I imagine most of you know how to do that. You still see my string stretched all the way across there so I can true everything up. I opted for the 6-inch cattle panels versus a conventional fence because this is going to be a buck pen. It's a fairly large area, probably a little better than half an acre. So I am going to have a gate, a loading gate up in the front, and then I'm running all the way down the pasture line here. I set my T-post. These are 6.5-foot T-posts. I set them at 6 foot apart. I know these are 16-foot panels, so there's some overlap. I will end up probably tie wiring those together. If I have to go back and put some posts, I will. I'm overlapping 2 squares, tying those together with wire ties, and hoping that'll keep these guys at bay. I also have every intention of putting up high tensile electric, a couple of runs of that on the inside. Also build me a load gate on this end up against the perimeter fence so we can load down this alley. I'll probably eventually put a funnel type system here. We can corral them up in this corner. Got another load gate up at the road. And then all the way around where the wood 4-panel fence is, we intend to do high tensile electric as well. Hopefully this will do what I need to do. I haven't had any huge issues thus far with my bucks. I have 3 now. This is kind of our design, but we think will work well. I would love to see your comments below on what you do, how you manage your bucks, or if you keep bucks on your premises. I know some people don't. Again, I intend to run high tensile electric around the wood panel fence, probably 3 to 4 runs of that, as well as on the cattle panels behind me. I'm going to run high tensile electric on that as well. So we'll have that behind on these cattle panels. I'll run that on the inside, a couple, 2, 3 rows there. And then we've got the walk-through gate, the pass-through gate. I will also most likely run a bob wire down the very top. I left the post sticking up a little just for that. Drove my post in, left 55 inches out of the ground. Those cattle panels are 50 inches wide, so that should work well for that. But I'd love to hear more about how you do things, how you manage your bucks, how you manage your buck herd, maybe how you do your buck pens, or your thoughts on what I could do better. And hopefully this video has helped you. If you've yet to do it, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. I'll leave some cards up above to other great videos.